Hi everybody, welcome to another week of Sun Bookshop Reviews. Hope you're all feeling as excited as us to be back in the real world. I'm going to start us off, and my book this week is Ordinary Hazards by Anna Bruno, which has this very pretty cover, which is why I wanted to read it, and then I ended up loving it. It follows this character who is at a bar called the Final in Manhattan, and she's just drinking, and it sort of starts with her reflecting on the last 9 months and a breakup. And then it's one of those novels that's a slow burn and starts slowly unwinding more and more. And it's set over the course of just one night and her reflecting and interacting with like these regulars, this motley crew at the bar. And when I started reading it, I really didn't like Emma. She comes from a very wealthy family. She is like incredibly successful, studied at Harvard. And then, I had I started judging her. And then something in the writing kept me reading. And so I kept reading. And then by the end of it, it's just this actually kind of incredible reflection on grief. There's like her history is completely fascinating, and it did something. Like I just finished and I was like, okay, that was actually a book I did not expect to like, and that I didn't think I'd finish, but something about it made me prevail. So I really, actually, it's fiction. I didn't think it was for a while. I just picked it up, but it's one of those that you don't think you'll like, and then you end up just sort of actually thinking about for the week afterwards. And it makes you, so Emma, the main character, is an alcoholic, but God, it makes you want to go to a bar and have a whiskey. And now we can go to a bar and have a whiskey. So maybe have one whiskey at a bar, but don't have as many as the main character, because she's got a hard life. That's me.
So I'm going to review Factory 19 by Dennis Glover. It comes out this coming week. And it's Dennis Glover's second novel, and it's crafted with this really sort of light touch sense of satirical humour, and it's a really intriguing kind of potential look into our very near future. So like the societal, economic, political decline that we're sort of heading towards, maybe, and with our dependence on technology giants and gadgets in the digital world, and kind of the nostalgia that we search for with a kind of utopia of the past. In particular, it's set in Hobart in 2022. There's a deep recession and depression which has fallen over the once booming Tasmanian capital. People have left in droves. The economy is almost entirely crumbled, and an enigmatic billionaire opens this factory called Factory 19, where he wants to create this sort of nostalgic utopia, as I said, of 1948. And the main character, Paul Ritchie, is a former political speech writer who suffered a very public YouTubed breakdown, and he has developed an allergy to digital technology. So living in 1948 is incredible to him because digital technology does not exist. And it's kind of like this amazing Arcadia for him, where he kind of rediscovers who he is. And then the story kind of goes into this development of how long can you hold on to that type of industry? How long can you hold people back? How long can you stop people from evolving, from culture evolving? You can't always stay in this utopia. So it's really funny, really thought-provoking, and entirely, I could see this definitely happening, particularly where we are now. So Factory 19 by Dennis Glover. It comes out next week. Deb.
Oh. Well, I also am talking about a book that comes out next week, and we also have a special book signing on Saturday the 7th, which you can look at our website about. Anyway, the book I want to talk about, I don't have, because I took it into the shop and Edie grabbed it from my hands. So it's Death in Daylesford. It's the new Kerry Greenwood. It has everything that you want in a Kerry Greenwood book. Actually, it's almost like two Kerry Greenwood Franny Fisher books in one. One story is Franny Fisher and Dot. They go to Daylesford, where there are women disappearing, there are men being murdered in mysterious ways, and of course they need to solve the crime. And what is going on at that spa? There is also in Melbourne, Phryne's wards, Tinker and Jane and Ruth, who's a friend of Ruth and Jane's, is found drowned and pregnant, and Tinker, Ruth and Jane solve that crime. It's really good. The only thing missing is Jack Robinson. But apart from that, I love it. It's a great escape to the 1920s after the pandemic, of course, a few years later. And I enjoyed my time there and in Daylesford. So thank you, everyone, for listening to the Sun Bookshop and our little book recommendations. Bye.
Bye, everyone.